At NGX, we're a multi-asset exchange, and so we trade in equities, fixed income, ETLs, that's exchange-traded products, as well as derivatives. And we have been able to help companies such as Champion Breweries and a whole lot of other companies across different asset classes to raise over 4.6 trillion naira in the first half of the year, and we'll continue to always provide an enabling environment and a platform. Our retail investor participation in the market has been growing, and I don't have to give you figures about the market because we're really in a bullish trend. But one thing that is different from this bullish trend, from previous trends that you may have seen, is our renewed effort to use technology to drive retail investor participation. So we have a lot more retail investor participation in our market now, and we have a very robust risk management framework in such that the NGX regulation are always looking at the market from a surveillance perspective and ensuring that there's corporate governance and there's adherence to the right protocols to avoid a repeat of what happened in the market. So we can assure investors that coming to the NGX or coming into the universe of capital markets will continue to ensure that our wealth will continue to grow as opposed to what we saw previously.
Champion has become one of the most loved brands across the South-South region of Nigeria. And we have been told by Jude that we were incorporated 50 years ago, and we came into the stock exchange after we were listed as a private as a public limited company in 1992, and then we came into the floor of the into the exchange in 1993, and we are known for holding high standards of quality. Our financial highlights for 2024 is very clear. I don't want to go into that detail because it's out there, but I would like to focus a lot of attention on how we have performed in the first half of this year. In terms of our revenue has been up significantly by approximately 16 billion, which represents 67% growth year on year. Our gross profits moved up to 8 billion, which represents a 111% increase over the previous year. Our profits after tax increased by almost 700%, 692% to be precise, over the same period last year in comparison. And you will also see that our EBITDA has moved up by about 213%. And our profit margin, we ended last year with a profit margin of about 42%. Currently, we are at 50%, which represents 9% increase, compared to the same period last year. That is the financial highlights of Champion's performance. But of course, my CFO is going to give us a bit more details into some of the numbers, that you will need to see. Our ambition is still very strong, and that is to be the undisputed leader in the South-South. And we are very well entrenched in achieving that, especially with the bold moves that we have made, which you can see. Our experience spanned over 50 years, and we are currently operating in about 9 states. Actually, if you add Benue and also Delta states, it takes it up to 11 states that we are operating, and we will continue to expand. Our journey is very well known from 1974 when we were incorporated, and Champion Breweries as a company has passed through a whole lot in terms of transitioning from one ownership to another. But what is really important for us to note is that this company has demonstrated resilience in staying afloat. And there are 4 key points I would like to emphasize that has changed the outlook of Champion Breweries since 2024, when Enjoy Corp made that very significant decision to invest and buy Champion's equity, Heineken's equity in Champion. Since that happened, a number of very important milestones are really necessary for us to emphasize. The first was the fact that our historical debt with Nigerian Breweries, was essentially taken out. And for the first time in the history of this company, we were able to pay bonus shares to our shareholders. And not only that, the following year, we paid dividends to our shareholders as well.
The H1, as we said, is we grew revenue from 9.5 billion in 2024 half year to 16 billion in H1 2025. And that is 67% growth year on year, with a gross profit growth as well of more than 100% from 3.7 billion to about 8 billion in 2025 half year. Our EBITDA also follows suit similarly, with a growth of about 213% from H1 2024 of 1.6 to 5 billion. Then profit after tax from a loss of 0.3 billion in 2024 to a profit of 2.3 in 2025. This has been our story for the half year and for the last 5 years in terms of our performance. And when you look at our financial performance in terms of our balance sheet have also consistent to be growing. We have maintained a steady growth in our asset by growth to 25 billion in half year from 21 billion in 2024. And it grew higher than our liability, which moved from 9.3 to 12 billion in 2025. Our shareholder fund has been also on steady growth from 12 billion to about 13.8 billion half year 2025, underscore our financial performance for the half year of 2025. Our free cash flow has been very unsteady in the last 3 years, on average of 5 billion. With prudent, we generate a lot of cash from our operations. That is, and also we are prudent in our capital expenditure. And that has been giving us this opportunity to be able to maintain a healthy cash flow year on year. For the bullet, MD discussed a lot about the promising future of the acquisition of Bullet. And if you look at our estimate of our growth for 2025, we are supposed to grow 5 times in terms of our profit after tax in 2025. And this is rightly so because of the historical performance of the Bullet that we are aware of. And that is our estimate, and we will see that to happen. Similarly, in terms of a profit after tax, we are going to grow 10 times of 2024 with the acquisition of Bullet. So Bullet is really going to be a game changer for Champion Brewery in the years to come, and we want the market to see this happening.